Good morning. It's Friday and I just got off my overnight job. I did my first day at Amazon. I just got off and I got like a good hour. I want to stop in this store and see if they got some cute shoes. I'm gonna go to Five Below because I just started Amazon and I'm gonna be working my ass off, so I'm gonna give me a sweat vest to wear under my shirt. And I want to go inside this hair store because I'm thinking about just pulling the pigment out the back of my hair and get me some hair to like add in as a blend in. I got some swag bucks. Ew, my hands as yourself. Good afternoon. It is 1 something. I just came out of a behavioral health appointment and it was the scariest and greatest thing I've ever done. I've only been to one behavioral health appointment before, and it was years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. I went to a pediatric appointment for my son yesterday. She witnessed him, having tantrums, me getting frustrated, and basically she just said, "You don't have a routine, do you? You don't have a set schedule." I've never been a scheduler. I've never been a routine kind of person, at least not all the time. He said to me, like, "You don't have a routine. Like, you need to have structure and you need to base it off of what you can do and not what your son can do. What worked for him needs to work for you." And I haven't had that type of structure for myself or for JB in a really long time. And then I went to my behavioral health appointment today, and a lot of the root causes of frustration and anxiety with parenting for me, it starts with planning the day, knowing what you're going to do today, what your plans are for the day. And then he told me I need to do a lot of self-care, and I was like, what does that mean? Like, give myself a facial? Like, I know the trivial version of self-care is like taking a bath and drinking wine. But he was saying that self-care for me should look like time just to myself. And because I live with my mom right now, I sleep on the couch with JD. When I'm not there, he sleeps in the bed with my mom. But even still, like, I don't even have space to get dressed during the day. Like, often, well, not often, but many times, like, my mom's walked in the living room as I'm like butt naked, like out of the shower. My son is very highly attached to me. I've just been able to go to the bathroom recently, like alone. It's been a long time coming. It's been a while since I've taken a long shower. Often I have to do that when he's like away with his dad or something. But I'm probably just describing typical single mom shit. I don't know, but it's taking a toll on my mental health. My mental health has already been affected by other factors. We focused on my parenting today and reaction and staying in control, having patience, and that's just, a tip of something. But it was very helpful today because it's also just allowing me right now to take responsibility for myself and my own actions by realizing that I needed a schedule and a routine. But it's making so much sense why I feel so uncomfortable and just feel so disorganized within myself. I can get away for a while feeling like that, but after some time it begins to affect me where I something has to give. Like, okay, it's 1 o'clock, but JB just woke up at about 11:30, so he's not going to take a nap all day today, and I'm going to put him to bed at 9:30, and hopefully he can stay asleep all night. The problem with that is like, also my mom's like, oh well, when he sleeps with me, he knows like it's time to go to bed, blah blah blah. But when I'm home, he knows that I'm home and he knows that I'm here, so he doesn't act accordingly. But I could just like, okay, wind him down, get him ready for bed, and when my mom goes to bed, send him to bed with her. Like she suggested that, but my mom literally takes care of him throughout the entire day. So I kind of feel guilty that I'm not parenting my kid at that point. And I don't know if that's the solution, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with me being home and allowing someone to take responsibility for my kid. And I don't mean just him sleeping with her, because I love to sleep alone, but it's more so like he's giving her a hard time. He's like freaking out. In the room, I can hear him yelling and screaming and giving her a hard time and falling out, or I can hear her getting frustrated with him. And it's like, I'm his mom. Like, how can I listen to that type of stuff and then not step in and say, okay, well, let me just, you know, and maybe that's wrong of me. Like, if I know that that's what has to be done, maybe they go through that all the time and when I'm not here. But I just don't know how to sit with myself otherwise. And then I feel guilty because it's like, my mom works from home. So even though I'm home throughout the day with my son, even when I work at night, I'll be home with him all day. But because she works from home, she has no real escape from actually parenting him or helping out with him, because inevitably when she goes on her 10-minute break, her 15-minute break, her 30-minute break, he wants to go with her and sit outside on the stairs. She doesn't have that time to herself. And it's like, yeah, she's not the mom, but she's literally taking on that burden of a second parent, a burden that should be fulfilled from his father, but he's not here, not in the home with him at least. And it's just like, I can't be comfortable with that. I think about that all the time, and it's what drives me to say, okay, no, let me parent my son. It's not ego. It's not, oh, I think I could do better, or I'm afraid she could do better. Like, I will accept the help. I just don't want it to come at the cost, because then months down the line, it's like, oh, but I've literally had your son all day, or oh, like, when do I get time to myself? I need a breather. I need, you know what I mean? Like, and not that she's going to complain, but it's going to happen inevitably, because that's what happens. He loves his Bella, but he doesn't. He just wants to be with her all the time. He doesn't understand, like, okay, she's at work and you can't be with her, or you know, even though I'm home and she's here, he's like, well, she's here, like, I can go sit with her. When she wants to go in her room and lock the door, he freaks out or he gets upset.
Hi, you sleepy? Are you ready to go to sleep?
Or he, you know, goes in and just opens the door because he wants to be with her. And I just feel so guilty, because it's like, yes, wow, it's very innocent. He doesn't know that that's not the time. Even if you tell him, he just doesn't understand why. It's like, why can't I just come sit next to her? Like, sometimes he just goes and sits there. Yeah, like those types of struggles are inevitable. I don't know. But I'm home.
Baby, we could talk about it. Girl, let's talk